Ryan Reynolds shreds Sussex for severe damage to British Columbia. Taxpayers refuse to fund Invictus Games 2025. From embarking on global charity work to sowing the seeds of employment through his many ventures, Ryan Reynolds has positively touched many communities. A few months ago, his philanthropic efforts came under the watchful eye of his homeland, Canada, as the country's British Columbia district finalised the list of people who'd receive its highest honour. The Deadpool actor was among them. Like his enormous fan base, his province proved to be a fan of his work, especially all that he did for the people of Canada and his cherished home state. Now, having received the award, he took to social media to relay his feelings about it all. In addition, he also implied the issue Meghan and Harry have caused huge damage for taxpayers in Vancouver, Whistler, British Columbia. Yesterday, Reynolds arrived in Vancouver to receive his Order of British Columbia honour in person. Later, he shared some images from the event on his Instagram page, with a caption dedicated to his government and people. He was glad to have the luck to be born where he was. Furthermore, he threw in some personalised jabs towards a restaurant, the Vancouver Art Gallery, and the local Slip and Slide. Since the position is one reserved for the most esteemed civilians of British Columbia, the 47-year-old was moved to have been the one to be chosen for it. Amidst it all, he let out another quip that he initially thought the award was a political appointment, which it turned out not to be. Then he went on to thank his family, peers and country for their contributions in getting him there. Ultimately, the Free Guy star only had himself to thank, considering all the work he's put in to reach this milestone. In the arena of healthcare initiatives alone, Ryan Reynolds has spearheaded fundraising endeavours for cancer patients, campaigned for providing clean water to Indigenous tribes, and supported partners in health, to name a few. Besides all of this, he's on the board of an organisation that helps Parkinson's patients. Additionally, he assisted in aiding refugees from Ukraine earlier this year, and the list just goes on. A source reveals that in Reynolds' trip to Vancouver, his friend, who's a fan of the Invictus Games, asked him whether Reynolds wants to fund the foundation or not, because the Invictus Games 2025 will occur in Vancouver, Whistler. But Ryan Reynolds said he had his intention of sponsoring veterans, but he was concerned about whether the money would get to those in need. This appears to imply that Invictus Games money has been paid for Meghan and Harry's expenses, and this is a burden for taxpayers. According to a recent report, though, a small inquiry to the federal government, it was found that the Invictus Games in Dusseldorf, September the 9th to the 16th, 2023, cost taxpayers a mid-double-digit million sum, €40 million, funded by the Federal Ministry of Defence. Some Canadian veterans said that it's time to start another petition at change.org to stop Harry and Meghan from invading this country. Time to stop the government from paying for useless tools. It comes after it's now been revealed that the charity's CEO and CCO are no longer working there, with it being claimed they were allegedly fired. It's only been weeks since the Invictus Games, which Harry dreamed up for disabled military veterans, came to an end. An insider has now claimed CEO Peter Lawless and Chief Commercial Officer Bill Cooper have been sacked. The reason is because Prince Harry and his wife have become a significant distraction with all of their troubles.